talking about The Secret Life of Pets? Yes, I could. Could I be talking about how The Conjuring 2 scared the ever-loving crap out of me? Absolutely. Could I be talking about how aliens are planning to destroy the human race and rain hellfire down upon everyone? Of course! So let's talk about the movie where Harry Potter plays a dead guy. Because logic! What's up, guys? My name is Steven and I'm here to bring you my thoughts on Swiss Army Man. Yes, of all the movies I've wanted to catch up on, this is the one that I saw and I was like, alright, if I'm going to talk about a movie, it's going to be this one because it is the most unique movie experience I've had in a very long time. Not just this year, I mean like in a few years. Swiss Army Man stars Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe, and that's it. Really, there are no other characters in this movie besides these two people. Paul Dano is shipwrecked on an island. You don't know how he got there, you don't know what the circumstances were, but he's about to kill himself. He's at the end of his rope. He sees no point in living, and then, as he's about to hang himself, he sees a corpse wash up on shore. This corpse is played by Daniel Radcliffe. And then through a series of events we find out that Daniel Radcliffe can talk. And that his body has special powers in which you can use them as a Swiss Army knife. But a man, aka a Swiss Army Man. A multi-purpose tool guy that makes for a fantastic movie. Now, as always, I'm going to tell you what I like, I'm going to tell you what I hate, I'm going to tell you ultimately what I thought about Swiss Army Man. As always, first the good. Before I get to the two lead actors in this movie, I do want to talk about the tone. The tone of this movie is really, really good. Well, not so much good as it is unique. It's a romance, it's a comedy, it's an indie movie, it's a drama, it's a lot of things wrapped up into one, and it does it really well. It hits every nail on the head pretty well without completely tying itself down to one genre. Something that's very hard for any movie to do. And a lot of that is thanks to the two lead actors in this movie. Paul Dano, I knew him as the really creepy guy in Prisoners. Jingle bells, Batman smells, rhyming. But he plays a significantly less creepy guy in this movie. Pretty much all I'm going to let you know is that he's a guy who has lost faith in humanity and ultimately finds hope when he meets someone. Regardless of the specifics of that scenario, it's a scenario that I can get behind and one that I really enjoyed watching unfold. Ultimately, it's a conversation between a living guy and a corpse about if life is worth it or not. Yeah, weird, once again, does not begin to describe how it is for me to describe this movie to you guys. And speaking of corpse, that corpse is played by Daniel Radcliffe, and it's gonna sound weird once again, but he plays a really good dead guy. Granted, he does begin to speak, he does begin to develop his own personality and stuff like that, and ultimately he's a corpse that has forgotten what life is like, and Paul Dano's character is essentially telling him about life. Both the actors did a really good job because they are really the only two characters in this movie, and so if they didn't work, the movie in general would not work. And the conversation between them really just brings up a lot of topics that I didn't expect this movie to address. It talks about a lot of things that are social norms that we are held to, and we can't go anywhere above them because then we're considered weirdos. Even though everyone at some level thinks these things or does something that would be considered weird. I'm tap dancing around points right now because I'm trying not to spoil anything because I really enjoyed this movie. Honestly, if you watch the trailer and you think you'll like this movie, you probably will like this movie. Just know that it's addressing a lot of topics that you might not be prepared for. And I wasn't prepared for, and I absolutely love that the movie did that. However, there are some light criticisms I have of the movie. I will say that the third act does get a little bit muddled compared to the rest of the movie, but by the end you understand why it did that and you completely just forgive it for anything you might have questioned. Once again, tap dancing around points because I don't want to spoil anything. On top of that, it's not really an issue I have with the movie because I really loved it, but it's a movie that I will recommend to a lot of people, but not everyone's gonna like it. For example, if you thought that Transformers 4 was just a work of cinematic art, you're probably not gonna like this movie. If you need explosions and stuff to keep you interested, this movie's not for you. But for those of you who want a movie that's gonna make you think, that's gonna stick with you for a few days, I would highly recommend Swiss Army Man. But all of that is just my opinion. What did you guys think of Swiss Army Man? I feel like I'm the only person who's seen this movie this weekend, but I would really like to know what you guys thought if you have seen it, or if you're interested in seeing it. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below and let me know. And while you're down there, you can like this video, subscribe, maybe even share it if you want to. I mean, like, hey, it's your choice, but I'd appreciate it. And you can follow me on the Instagrams and on the Tweeters. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll be back to you with some nerdy news sometime soon. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video.